Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Raina Mo's Designs. And today I want to talk about a dark winter. Now, I put up a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, my very first short, and was talking to you guys in my car when I was waiting to go into work. And I had maybe one or two people that asked, yeah, what is a dark winter? Well, a dark winter, we're here in Texas, and I don't know if you guys remember back in the early part of the year, we actually had a bad storm, cold storm, snowstorm, whatever you want to call it, where we lost power. And here, I was with Paul here at his home, and we were without power for 4 days, freezing in this house. And, I didn't think about food that we had here in the house, blankets, heaters, anything like that, any kind of backup power. Now, yes, Paul has a gas generator, but it's a gas generator. And if the roads are frozen or cold, that gasoline runs out really quickly. Plus, you have to worry about the fume emissions to make sure that you don't accidentally kill yourself trying to stay warm. So what I've been doing, and if you guys, I want you to comment down below if you actually want to see some of the things that I have purchased in preparation. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy everything and do this panic buying that everybody does. No, absolutely not. But there's no reason why you can't be prepared. And I know that people say, because it is true, we are living in Bible prophecy times. I mean, there's nobody that knows the Bible. Thanks. There's nobody that knows the Bible that can't identify some of the things that we are seeing and going through now are definitely prophecies being fulfilled. You can't really deny that. But as it says in the Bible, whenever that happens, it's going to come like a thief in the night. Nobody knows when. So you do need to be prepared for worst case human scenarios that are likely to happen to us. I went to Sam's 2 weeks ago, and I usually buy a big box of the toilet paper, the POM toilet paper, POM. They only had 2 boxes. And usually you have multiple different types of choices for toilet paper, paper towels, and such. They only had 1 stack that was about knee high on me, and I'm 5'2", of toilet paper. It wasn't until I got to the very front ready to check out that I happened to see the 2 boxes of POM toilet paper, which is what I prefer to use. So I asked the lady, is anybody buying that? And she says, no. And I said, okay, well, I'll take both of them. She says, no, you can only have 1. And I said, that's fine. You can take this brand, because I picked up the brand that they had at the back, the only brand they had at the back. And I was able to get a box of the POM toilet paper. But normal things that I picked up at Sam's, they weren't there. Their refrigerated freezer section, not the tall ones, but the ones that's at the very back of the store where they keep all of the meat and seafood in the packets for you to just take home and cook like in the grocery store, they were practically empty. And there wasn't anything spectacular going on. We're just having problems with supply and demand because of ships out in the bay or whatever. So what I would like to share with you is a dark winter is not necessarily just winter. It's anytime you come upon a hard time. So I have been canning since the beginning of COVID, and I've got plenty of meat and vegetables and stuff like that stored away. Obviously, I have the basics that everybody should have, which is rice and beans, milk, powdered milk, those types of things, coffee. But do I stockpile them to the ceiling? No, because that's on the verge of hoarding. And truth be told, there are a lot of people out there called preppers that do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But me, with my Christian base, I feel like if it's gonna come like a thief in the night, you may have to get up and go and leave your home and everything that you stocked up to the ceiling and to the rafters behind, and it just be you and a go bag and your family. So all that money, all that time wasted when it could have been used for something else. I do feel that you do need to have at least a month to 3 months worth of food necessity things in your home. And that can be accomplished really easy when you go to the grocery store or Sam's or Costco, whichever one you prefer. And comment down below if you want me to share the list that I've made for whenever I go grocery shopping, the things that I have that I've kind of stockpiled for a small amount of time for hard times, as well as the safety equipment, if you will, that I've also stocked up, because I don't ever want to be in a frozen house again, and I don't ever want to have to rely on using a gas generator. Yes, me and Paul, we have talked about getting one of those Generac generators installed here in his home. They're very expensive, and you know, that's not something that we're willing to do right now, but maybe we'll do something like that in the future, because it's good to have, especially at this house, because especially this house, because over here they tend to lose power often.
When the wind blows.
Yeah, and it has something to do with the extra subdivisions that they built here in the area. So anyway, any questions that you guys have in disaster preparedness, because we're in Texas, so hurricanes happen, but there's also tornadoes and earthquakes and other natural disasters that could happen that we could actually start to experience, because who would have thought we would have had a winter storm natural disaster? Not anybody here in Texas. So I know I've kind of given you a lot of information scattered all over the place, but it's not meant to be scattered. It's meant to just give you the definition of a dark winter and let you know what I've done a little bit on how to prepare for a natural disaster, and to give you ideas of how you can be a little bit more prepared as well. So please like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Put down in the comments what you want me to talk about next, or if you have something that you want me and Polly Bear to talk about. And most importantly, have a wonderful evening. Bye.